What's going on, people? Yeah, I didn't push play the last time. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about. What's going on, guys? This is the R&D project. I'm the R of the D. My man, my host, my best friend, he is a little under the weather. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and take this time that we already have allocated to do something. So this is my interpretation of doing something. Hope y'all like it. Anyway, we're going to be talking about a group that, for the most part, had a huge play in sampling. And I am talking about Mtume Juicy Fruit. So, and I spelled it wrong. Yeah, I spelled just juicy, Anyway, yes, Juicy Fruit. Anyway, for the most part, I sat back and I thought, well, okay, I hear it all the time. I hear the sample. So who actually sampled it? And I went up to Chat GPT. Notorious B.I.G did it. Keisha Cole, I remember that joint. I remember Warren G did it, but I didn't remember Jennifer Lopez doing it until I found "Loving You" back out there on YouTube. Really surprised, man. Really surprised, but I guess kind of not because I still hear it all the time. So anyway, the song is came out in 1983 by a group called Mtume. They'd been around. The group itself had been around since I believe the 70s. So this was one of their biggest hits. We already talked about and played for you guys about 3 weeks ago. You, me, and he. That was the I got the first impression because Damien had never seen that. So that in itself, that was a great, great, great song. Anyway, without further ado, I'm just gonna go ahead and play it with it being juicy, but the song's called Juicy Fruit. Here we go. Let's see if I can get it to go. Yeehaw. Or maybe not. Yes, I can. I can do it. There we go. That brother reminds me of Flavor Flav, but it ain't Flavor Flav. It's a short song, but it gets his point across, right? Juicy fruit. So, what they talking about? Let's unpack this a little bit. So, she is singing over the line, man. Her voice is just wavy, just over the top. You feel like she's really telling you about how she feels about this dude. And by the way, if you find somebody that thinks about you like that and feels that way about you and says it, you better keep that one. You know what I'm saying? Every time I watch this, I'm tired afterwards. I'm like, man, okay. But so she tells you about what she's thinking about, lets him do whatever he wants to do as long as she's with him, all kind of stuff, and it goes right along with the song. And the biggest primary thing beside her voice to me is the bass line. And that bass line is one of the biggest things that they sample. Um, I mean, what can you say? She's enjoying this dude she's with. So I'm gonna get myself in trouble. So for the most part, man, I just wanted to let you guys, know if you didn't know, you young cats, if you have heard that, it came from Mtume. And the other thing that I wanted to share with you guys, which I find quite interesting, is all the music back then was really different. Billie Jean came out about that time. Ain't Nobody by Chaka Khan. Little Red Corvette came out. Luther Vandross. I don't even. There was another joint I saw. Diana Ross and Muscles, but I don't remember that song at all. Outstanding came out. The Gap. Doom. Doom 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 doom. That came out. That's a big sample too. Come to think of it. Evelyn Champagne King. I know you've heard that song. It's been on TikTok and all that stuff. Love Come Down. All that came out around about that time, man. And for you old cats, if you remember Pointer Sisters, Automatic, that was out at that time too. Chaka Khan's Ain't Nobody, and just what was it? Stevie Wonder's I Just Called to Say I Love You. I mean, there was nothing that was the same. It was all good music, and everybody was playing around with synthesizers. The videos that came out, they didn't have to make sense. They were just videos. They didn't have to follow any protocol, or they didn't even have to follow the song. I can think of a few right off the top. Um, Robert Palmer was it Robert Palmer in My System. That video made no sense at all, but I digress. The music back then was just completely different, and you didn't have to get stuck in any specific genre to enjoy it. It was just different, and for this to the samples just to keep carrying on, I think that's awesome. James Mtume was the founder of the actual group Mtume, and his influences were mainly jazz at one point or not. And he actually played with Miles Davis, if I remember correctly. So big influence on that, man. He passed not too long ago. James did, but his music is still being played like the devil. It's I mean, and it's a small, short song too, so you can play it anywhere and everything. But yeah, this was what was going on back in '83. I believe I was 15 years old at the time. I was kind of getting into what juicy fruit meant. And I think there's another set of lyrics to go along with that, because I seem to remember something a little nastier than that, but I won't even go into that. So that's all, so basically that's all I got, guys. I'm trying to keep it PG, and I'm gonna get out of here. So from R&D Project, this is Rome. Peace. Like, subscribe, send to your friends to the end, and we'll talk to you. Peace.